Assalamu alaikum students. As we have started our first chapter in our previous videos, so we have completed the reading of that chapter, which was The World in a Wall, page number 2. We have completed the reading of this chapter, so we have to move towards the exercise of this chapter. Okay, so I want you all to open page number 6. Okay, now here are some question answers. In the exercise, we have to discuss them fully, okay, in detail. From the first question, I am starting. Where does Gerald hunt for animals, and why is it a good place to find them? Okay, so they were asking that where does Gerald hunt? We know that Gerald hunt in a garden, in the garden of his house. Okay, and why is it a good place to find them? It is a good place to find them because it was in his home, which was a safe place for him. That is why it is a good place to find them. Okay, is that clear? Come on to the next question. Make two lists of animals under the following headings. Make two lists of animals under the following headings. Animals that Gerald find during the day. In our reading, we have discussed that Gerald find many animals in the daytime like spider, flies, lizards. Okay, so you have to code these animals. Okay, spiders, flies, and lizards in the day list. Okay, and what are the animals that find Gerald at night are toads, geckos, and moths. I am again repeating, toads, geckos, and moths are the animals which are found by Gerald at night. Okay, so you have to code these animals. Okay, the names of those animals. Come on to the next one. Explain who the following characters are and find information about what happens to them in the next text. So they were asking that who were these characters. As we know that Larry and Roger were the siblings, were the brother of Gerald Durrell, and what we have in what kind of information we found in the chapter that after that incident, Larry got phobia of matchboxes, and Roger also got very frightened of animals and insects of such kind. Okay, come on to the next one. What does Gerald think the female scorpion is wearing? What gives her that appearance? Okay, so there are the two parts of this question. Okay, so first they are asking that Gerald think the female scorpion, what Gerald think that the female scorpion is wearing? Gerald think that the female scorpion is wearing a fawn fur coat. Okay, we have discussed in our reading that Gerald think at his first glance that the female scorpion is wearing a fawn fur coat. Okay, but it was not like that. What gives her that appearance? At the first glance, as I told you that Gerald think that the mother scorpion was wearing the fawn fur coat, but it was not like that. And what gives her that appearance? The babies who were lying on the back of the mother scorpion were giving her that appearance. Okay, I am again repeating that the babies who were lying over the back of their mother were giving that appearance, okay, to the mother scorpion. Okay, come on to the next question. Why does Gerald forget about the scorpions after he has put come on to the next question, that why does Gerald forget about the scorpions after he has put them in the matchbox? Okay, so they were asking about that what things make Gerald forget about this scorpion, that he had put that scorpion in the matchbox on the mantel shelf, were the thing that he forget to move them from to his room because of because because of the dinner he had. Okay, so as we know that when Gerald moved towards the house, he saw that there were that there were the dinner which was serving in the dining room. Okay, so you have to quote that Gerald forget due to dinner. Okay, about the scorpion after he has put them into the matchbox. Okay, so you have to put that you have to quote that Gerald forget due to dinner about the scorpions after he has put them in the matchbox. Come on to the next question. What happens to Gerald's mother during the chaos at the end of the lunch? What happened to Gerald's mother during the chaos at the end of the lunch? Okay, so we have to quote that. What happens to Gerald's mother when during the chaos at the end of the lunch? That you have to quote that Gerald's mother was so confused during the chaos, and at the end of the lunch, she got angry so much. Okay, you have to quote that Gerald's mother was so confused during the chaos. At the end of the lunch, she got angry. Okay, come on to the next question. Why does Gerald stay away from the family in the afternoon? Okay, so you have to quote that as we I've tell you that Gerald stay away from the family in the afternoon because he wanted to take he wanted them to release their anger. Okay, so you have to quote that because of Gerald stay away Gerald stay away from the family in the afternoon because he wanted to release the anger of the family members. Okay, come on to the next question. What are the repercussions of the incident? What are the repercussions of the incident? Okay, repercussions were the unintended circumstances happened to after the incident. So you have to quote that the mother. What are the repercussions of the incident? The repercussions of the incident are that the mother of Gerald decided to stop him from exploring animals. Okay, the repercussions of the incident are that his mother decided to stop him from exploring animals. Okay. Okay, students, in the previous video, as we have discussed mm, with explanation as well, all the questions over here. So we have to move towards these questions. Okay. So come on to the first one. Why do you think that this chapter is called "The World in a Wall"? Why this chapter? Why? What tell you have to quote your opinion. Okay. So. According to my point of view, this chapter uh, is called "The World in a Wall" because in this chapter, Gerald tells us about the animals he found in the wall of the garden, and there were so many, so he called that. So we call them as there is a world in a wall. Okay, so that's why this chapter was known as "The World in a Wall," as there are so many animals in just one wall. Okay. So you have to tell them that because in this chapter Gerald tells us about the animals he found in the wall of the garden. That's why this chapter is called as "The World in a Wall." Come on to the next one. Next question. Work with others to fill in the Venn diagram below with the names of the creatures mentioned in the story. So you have to mention those animals which we found out in this chapter, which there which are or where in this chapter we have as we have found many animals. So we have to quote the preys in this chapter and the predators in this chapter. As I've told you that preys are the one who get hunted by the predators. Okay, so we have discussed that you have to write in praise column that there are many like crane flies, moths, beetles, caterpillars. I'm again repeating crane flies, moths, beetles, caterpillars, and flies. Okay, you have to write these animals in this column. Okay, so in this column, okay, so in this column you have to code those animals which are predators. Okay, we have discussed as the predators in this chapter, so you have to write down the names of toads, geckos, wasps, spiders are the predators in this chapter. Okay, I'm repeating: toads, geckos, wasps, and spiders are the predators. Okay, so you have to quote those animals. Okay, let's move towards the next exercise. It's on page number 7. Okay, question number 2. Answer the following questions with reference to context. Answer the following questions with reference to context. I completely forgot about my exciting new captures. Okay, who forgot? Now you have to tell who forgot and what distracted him. Who forgot? Gerald forgot And what distracted him? Gerald forgot. You have to tell them the answer that Gerald forgot, and the food with family distracted him. Okay, to put the matchbox into his room, Gerald forgot about the scorpion mother in the matchbox. The scorpion mother in the matchbox due to the food with family members. Okay, so you have to tell them Gerald forgot, and the food with family members distracted him. Come on to the next question. Let's move toward the next question. Why did he capture the creatures? Why did he capture the creatures? As we know that Gerald was having a hobby to find out animals and to search for animals. So that's why he captured the creatures. Okay, because he wanted to examine the animals. So you have to tell them that why did he capture the creatures? He captured the creatures to examine them. Come on to the next question. Where were the captured creatures? Where were the captured creatures? As we know that he captured creatures in the matchbox. Which creatures? The scorpion mother and her babies. So you have to tell them that where were the captured creatures in the matchbox. What happens next? What happens next? So you tell them. Okay, so you tell them. You have to tell them that when what comes next when Gerard completely forgot about his exciting new captures, that the mother scorpion, you have to quote that the mother scorpion came out of the matchbox, and there is so much chaos in the house, there is so much disturbance in the house, and due to them, and the family members also got angry. Okay, is that okay? You have to tell them that the scorpion mother came out of the matchbox, and there is so much chaos in the house due to them, and the family members got angry very much. Okay, I hope that you should get my point, and all things will be clear. If there is any problem you faced, do ask any question in the comment section. Okay, let's okay students, so we have discussed the all questions in detail. Now let's move towards the exercise B. Okay, working with words on page number 7. Use the following words in sentences of your own to show that you understand that what they mean. You will find the words in the story. Okay, students, we have discussed all the words in detail in our reading lecture. So I am giving you the homework that you have to understand. You have to make the sentences of these words by your own self. Okay, your sentences should be proper. Okay, and I have discussed their meanings in detail in our previous lectures. Okay, so I am giving you the homework of this exercise B. Okay, keep this thing in mind that this is your homework to make the sentences of these words, which is in this yellow column. Okay, let's move toward the next question. Collective nouns. Here are some common collective nouns. Can you match them correctly and write them in your notebook? Okay, so first of all, we have to discuss that what is collective noun. Basically, collective noun is a noun that shows the collections of nouns. Okay, so if there is a collection of any collection of, or like flock of cows, bunch of keys. Okay, so they are showing the collection, okay, of noun. So this we put them in the collective noun. Okay, here are some columns, we have to match them. Okay, so one by one I'm telling you the collection, the which word belongs to which collective noun. Okay, so be attentive, all of you. The first one is range. As you know that the when hills are in when there are many hills, so we can say that there are range of hills. So you have to match range with hills. Okay, you have to match range with hills. The next one is colony. When there are so many ants in some in any place, you have to say that there is colony of ants. I am again repeating, there is colony of ants. So you have to match colony with ants. Come on to the next one, heap. You have to match if there are so many stones on any kind of place. So you have to say that heap of stones. Heap of stones. You have to match heap with stones. Okay. Let's move toward the next one. Flock. Flock of sheeps. When there are so many sheep, so we can say that flock of sheeps. Next one is herd. Herd of cows. Herd of cows. You have to match herd with cows. Okay. Next one is pack. Pack of hounds. Pack of hounds. You have to match pack with hounds. Come on to the next one. Litter. When there are so many puppies, you have to say that there is a litter of puppies. Sorry, there are litter of puppies. You have to match litter with puppies. Okay. School of fish. When there are so many fishes in a pond or in water, so you have to say that school of fish. Deck. The next word is deck. When there are so many cards on some place, you have to say that deck of cards. Deck of cards. You have to match deck with cards. Okay. The next one is bunch. When there are so many keys, you say that bunch of keys. Bunch of keys. Okay. You have to match bunch with keys. Next one is pack. Pack of wolves. Pack of wolves. Now let's move towards the next exercise. I hope there will be not any problem in it. Okay. Exercise C on page number 8. Learning about language. Parts of speech. As you have discussed or you have read about parts of speech in your previous classes as well. Some of the part of speech are here as well. Okay. The 8 parts of speech are nouns, pronouns, adjectives, verbs, adverbs, prepositions, conjunctions, and interjections. Okay. So as you know that what are nouns, pronouns, adjectives, verbs, adverbs, prepositions, conjunctions, and interjections. So you have to recall them. Okay. First of all, you have to recall them and try to think about the examples. Okay. So I hope that you all know about nouns, pronouns, adjectives, verbs, adverbs, prepositions, conjunctions, and interjection, as you have read in your previous classes as well about these parts of speech. So I'm giving you the homework that here is there is a paragraph over there. Okay, make lists of noun. Come on to the question number 2. Make lists of noun, pronouns, and adjectives in the following passage. Okay, so you have to pick nouns, pronouns, and adjectives. Okay, from this paragraph. Okay, from this passage you have to pick out nouns, pronouns, and adjectives. So this is your homework. As there's a paragraph. One day Merlin the wizard. Merlin is a noun, as this is the name of the person. Wizard came out of the deep green valleys of Wales and passed along the stone way to London, as this is the name of the place, London. So this is also a noun. Okay. He was a famous man, and no one dared to attack him on the way when he got to London, as London is also a noun. He spoke. He is a pronoun. He is a pronoun. Spoke to the bishop, and they called a meeting in the Great Abbey Church. So Great Abbey Church is the name of a place. So you have this is a noun. Suddenly, everyone in the church started to murmur because there appeared outside the church a great stone. On the stone was an anvil. In the anvil was a shining sword. Okay, so you have to pick out all the nouns, pronouns, and adjectives as it is your homework. Okay.